Michael Andrzejewski's a pretty fast kid, and this guy's a good bit faster. Okay, with about 5.5 minutes then left in the first quarter, Mounties will kick. We'll have deep Martell Smith in the center, and looks like Curtis Starks to the near side. And
Ahim Sabry maybe on the far side.
That's Ahim Sabry, yeah, 42, number 42. Our 20-yard line camera. Good look at Curtis. Good look at Curtis Starks there. Goins moves on the ball. Big kick. Big kick. Goes into and out of the end zone, so Homewood will let it go wisely and bring it back to the 20-yard line.
Barry, that was with no wind. That ball was looked like a good 8 yards deep in the end zone. That was a great kick.
It's like an official's timeout. This may be for the water break. That's the standard midway through the first quarter timeout. In case you didn't hear us earlier, we'd like to send along our congratulations to Homewood's 9th grade team. The freshmen played last night at Vestavia, and they had a big win, 28-6 over the Vestavia Rebels, playing at Vestavia in the middle of a thunderstorm. They looked really, really strong. Looked really strong last night, especially the play of the quarterback, Chip Lovell.
Very well, you congratulate people. The Homewood volleyball squad has gone to Mobile for the weekend, but they're off to a good start. Miss Cook's doing her usual good job. Has a veteran squad back and added a couple of new starters this year, including Stacy Owens, who's done a terrific job, and they're off to a great start defending their 5A championship.
Shades Valley off to a strong start offensively with 7 rushes for 76 yards. No passes so far. Homewood's thrown the ball 1 time, but for only 4 yards. So we're still early. We're still early, and Homewood's defense has looked strong. They've obviously got some work to do to contain that sweep. The both backs, number 45 and number 34, Felton and I lost his name, Dawood Rashid, are both extremely fast runners, and they turn the corner very, very quickly. Okay, here's Homewood 1st and 10 at their own 20 now. We'll see if we get something going. Give to Martell Smith. Martell tries the left guard slot. Maybe gets a yard, maybe 2.
I believe that might have been Tommy Lice.
Oh, was it? Back first man through?
Barry, I believe Eugene Sharp's in at tailback right now, too.
Tommy Lice wears the number 41 jersey, and Eugene Sharp is the number 28 jersey. They'll line up as running backs. A passing formation. Michael Whitten intercepted and run for a touchdown by Shades Valley. That's the corner, Jesse Fagans. Fagans playing in the outside linebacker position. Man, he took it in on about the 20-yard line, and there was nothing but grass between him and the goal line.
Looked like he almost heard that play call, Barry. Looked like he was looking for it.
Here's the attempt at the extra point. Brian Goins is the kicker. The kick is up, and the kick will be good. 4:54, less than a minute had expired on the clock since the last score. And at 4:54 then, Shades Valley goes out to a 14-0 lead. You'll see it again. They're in a passing formation. It's the quick look out, but the outside linebacker, their number 4, Fagans, just picked it cleanly and took it straight in.
You got to think they practiced on that just a little bit this last week, getting ready for this ball game.
Well, they all look at each other's cheat sheets, as they call them, and our formation might have been on theirs. Deep for the Patriots will be Martell Smith and Curtis Starks and Ahim Sabry. as Shades Valley gets ready to send it down. Ryan Goins, I understand, has a good toe in the field goal department too. He's only a junior, and he's had a number of long field goals this year, so he's a kicking threat as well. Goins puts his toe in that one full bore, and it'll go into and out of the end zone as well. Bounces off the goalpost.
Barry, again, no wind whatsoever out here, and this kid's kicking it 7-8 yards deep in the end zone. That's terrific high school kicking.
He's an excellent high school kicker.
That's good college kicking too.
As a matter of fact. Okay, time for the Patriots to get something going. Down 14-0 in the first quarter. They'll move again from their own 20-yard line. Here comes Andrzejewski to the near side. Split wide to the left, looks like Hazelton. Two backs. Whitten wants to pass, delay, give right up the middle to Tommy Lias. Lias is stopped by Kwame Felton. Felton playing both ways. Lots of guys playing both ways tonight.
Very pretty good hole opened up. He barely got tripped up by only one man. He was going to make a big, nice gain on that if one man stopped him there.
Give it a gain of about 3. Let's see what happens on second and about 7. Here's the give to Lias again, and he'll go for maybe another couple of yards. That could have been Eugene. All right. About 3.5, would you say, Larry, to go? Third down, about 3.5. This is a key possession down for the Patriots.
We need to get a first down here, Barry.
Here's Scott Hazelton out to this side. Andrzejewski goes in motion to the far side. Whitten looks, he pitches back to Eugene Sharp. Looks like he may have first down yardage.
Good run by Eugene Sharp there, Barry. He's got good speed, and he was not going to be denied.
Just a little technical problem here that we've lost one of our microphones, but we're going to handle that. All right, first down Patriots now at the Homewood, looks like about the 31-yard line. About the 31-yard line. Homewood with its first down, if my book is correct. Here's the give to Eugene Sharp. Eugene Sharp runs maybe about 4 yards right off left tackle. And Larry, I know you're wondering what's going on, but they say your microphone's dead, so I've got one here that you can use, and when you've got something, we need to just share it. We might get you to swap seats with David Dura in a second, and we'll use this one mic up here. Used to not be able to do this when we were working in the television business, but we're volunteers and highly paid, so we'll just talk our way through this. Here's second down and about 5.5 yards to go. Homewood moves from its own 36-yard line now. Receivers wide left and right. Here's the give to Lias. Lias spins, weaves, fights his way out just over the 40-yard line. That'll bring up Larry, looks like about third and maybe 1 or 2.
Barry, about third down and 1 yard to go. Both our backs are really running hard tonight. I'm really impressed with Eugene Sharp and Tommy so far.
Well, and Tommy especially filling in for the injured Eric Moulton. Eric is on the sidelines, and he did dress out, but he is not out. I talked to Coach Gann just before the game, and he said they were not sure of the status of his shoulder. So although they had him listed as a starter, he did not, in fact, start. Keep possession down, 3rd and 1, and Valley knows it. Long count. Whitten wants to pass. First down yardage, complete. Complete and out to about the 44-yard line. The clock now running with one now stopped out of bounds with 1:56 remaining.
Barry, that's a big play for Homewood right there. That's a confidence builder for Michael Whitten, but it also shows the other team we've got confidence. We're going to throw the ball anytime we feel like it.
The stop that time by number 34, Dawood Rashid. All right, 1st and 10 yardage. The line of scrimmage just over the 43. Here's the pitch. The pitch back to Eugene Sharp. Eugene cuts his way maybe across the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. Big stop by number 88. And Larry, we expected to see a lot from number 88. His name is Tito Smith. He's a junior tight end, and he's one of their hot players.
He's a big, tough kid on defense, and he does an outstanding job for him, and you can see why right there.
Talked to some folks who were at the Gardendale Shades Valley game last week, and they talked a lot about Dawood Rashid, number 34, the tailback, and they talked an awful lot about Tito Smith. Interestingly enough, I was not at that game, but they mentioned, too, the kicking of the young Goins boy from Shades Valley. Here's Tommy Lies. Tries for yardage over left tackle, maybe another yard or two. That'll bring up 3rd and long for Homewood as they try to keep this drive alive. If you're just joining us, Shades Valley with 2 quick scores. Homewood, really, this is only the first time they've had a chance to really get their ground game established. .31 remaining in the quarter. And Homewood with perhaps, I guess, the most critical 3rd down of the night so far, Larry.
It looks like we're going to call timeout and talk this over with Coach Gann and Coach Newton and see what kind of play that we want to call a critical down. You're right.
Yeah, this one is a critical down. There's no question about it. 25 seconds with the clock stopped. I don't know if they might have a trick play or something up their sleeves, but they're not in exactly field position to where they can afford to do anything risky at this point. They need to keep the drive alive, but I would guess too, Larry, that they would also remember that this is a young game. There's a lot of time left in this game, and plenty of time to establish that running game, even if this is not the time. I believe this is the first timeout for Homewood in this half.
Barry, I believe that's right. We're going to almost have to throw it here. We might even pitch out to a halfback and try a halfback pass or something here, but I would be willing to bet we're going to have to throw it in this situation.
Critical play, certainly, because an intercepted pass at this point gives them excellent field position, but the running game's not been established enough, as you point out, to guarantee that you can make 8 yards on a 3rd down play. All right. Hazelton comes wide to the near side, and that'll be Andrzejewski wide on the far side. 3rd and about 8, the way we see it, with 25 seconds remaining in the first period. Here's the play. Whitten straight back to pass. Rushed. Underthrown just slightly, so it'll be incomplete at about the 48-yard line of Shades Valley, and that'll bring up 4th down and 8.
Barry, Shades Valley dropped 7 men back on pass defense there, and it was hard getting the ball anywhere to receiver there.
Yeah, the underthrow is perhaps a better option than the overthrow in that situation so that it's not picked off.
Michael may have done that on purpose, Barry. If the receivers are covered, he just wants to throw incomplete because he got decked.
Lamont Bean deep for Shades Valley. They'll drop 2 back now. Looks like they might want to return. Nice punt by Kevin Miller. Bean takes it in at about his own 21-yard line. He comes to the near side. Wants running room. Big tackle by Brian Carr. Big tackle at the 30-yard line.
Looked like a 35-yard punt, and I think we may have a flag on the play. Looked like one of the Valley guys may have clipped one of our ball players. I see Brian Poole limping off the field. He may have gotten clipped there.
Brian Poole is number 74. And he indeed is favoring, looks like, the left leg as he runs off. Brian's a sophomore. We'll see if the flag indeed is a clipping. A crackback block below the knee, right? Below the waist. All right, only 9 seconds remaining in the quarter. Valley now probably going to be deep in its own territory. We'll look at a replay while the officials mark it off. You'll see Kevin Miller get away an excellent punt from about his own 35-yard line. And it comes down to Bean. There was the flag that you saw.
Barry, they call that a crackback, but that was a clip. He got hit from behind. You saw him go down there.
Shades Valley now deep in its own territory will move from about its 15-yard line, maybe the line of scrimmage just over the 15, just a hair over the 15. That will be the end of the quarter. The end of the first quarter runs out. The score on the scoreboard is Shades Valley 14 and Homewood nothing. We'll be back after you listen to this from one of our sponsors. Please stay with us.
South Trust Bank is pleased to support Homewood High School athletics and wishes the Patriot football team a winning season. Whether it's community service or quality service at one of our convenient offices, South Trust Bank is working harder for you.
Thinking of buying or selling a home? Wondering what a realtor can do for you? Think VIP Realty, the oldest active residential real estate company in Homewood. Since we've served the Homewood-Birmingham area for 2 decades, we have the experience to provide you with complete guidance on the sale or purchase of a home. Plus, we're quick to respond from our centrally located Homewood office. And we give all our clients the VIP treatment. So what can a realtor do for you? A lot, especially if it's VIP Realty in Homewood.
Back at Mouty Stadium at Shades Valley, just in the valley between Homewood and Birmingham, and here comes Felton around left end. Big tackle by Homewood. Martell Smith on the outside, Larry, playing in that outside linebacker position, made a big stop that time.
Those guys are so quick. That is a good stop on that fella. It was quick feet by that Mountie guy and quick feet by Martell.
Martell Smith plays a good bit of both ways. Of course, they run he and Eugene Sharp in and out to keep them both fresh. Homewood in the first quarter with 10 rushing attempts for only 30 yards. We passed the ball 3 times and completed 2, 1 interception for a touchdown. Okay, second and about 6 now. Shades Valley looks to give to Rashid. Rashid fights his way over left tackle. That may have been Jenkins, number 33, instead of Rashid. Give him 3 yards and a third and about 2.5 with 11:06 remaining in the half. Larry, the opening few minutes of the game was a frenetic pace as Shades Valley struck twice, but it slowed down considerably as Homewood has fought back and has begun, I felt like on the last offensive drive, really begun to establish itself.
We're getting better at it, Barry. If we can stop them right here, we're getting right back in it.
Big set of downs for the defense. Here comes Felton left. Big tackles by Homewood's defense, and 3 of them bring him down. Kip Cowan with a big lick. Henry Walburn to finish him off. Paul Owen to set the scene. We'll look at it again. Watch the play to the left.
Barry, that's a major league hit by Kip Cowan, linebacker. He's a solid performer, and he really hit that kid then.
Homewood now with 3 first downs. With 3 first downs, and Homewood with only 2. Shades Valley with 3 first downs. Homewood with only 2. Here's Shades Valley now, gives to Rashid. Rashid outside, pursued. The ball's loose. Looks like Homewood may have it. Yes. Fumble recovery by, is that Martell? Martell Smith. Oh, that's a big turnover. Big turnover, Larry.
Barry, some good hitting going on out there by the Homewood defenders, coughing the ball up for Shades Valley, and good heads-up play by Martell to get on it.
We'll look at it again. Here it goes. You see Rashid. He's so good moving to the outside, but somebody grabbed him. Cowan got his arm. Excellent play by the linebacker, Kip Cowan, who's seen a lot of duty tonight, as are a lot of the Homewood boys. Here, Homewood now in good field position for the first time. That one goes nowhere.
Barry, it looked like a trap play, and somebody leaked through our pulling guard there and really got into our backfield and hurt us there.
Maybe a loss of 1. Call it 2nd and 11. This is the first time Homewood has had possession of the ball in Valley territory to start a drive. In the statistics category, give Shades Valley 1 fumble, and that a key one. Here's 2nd and 11. The give to Martell. Martell maybe gets the yard back, but the going is slow inside that Shades Valley defensive front. They are some big guys, Larry.
Barry, that Tito Smith you're talking about, he stands over everybody. Looked like the biggest man on the field, and John Whidden's out there with him.
John Whidden being called on tonight to play both ways. for the first time in this year, Whitten the junior. 3rd and long. Michael Whitten back to pass. Protection. Oh, and his receiver fell down. He had Scott Hazelden wide open. Scott made a cut at about the 30-yard line and just absolutely lost his footing.
Very good line blocking that time. Everybody picked up their man. Michael had the time, but it looked like a little bit of lack of communication between the quarterback and the receiver, and the ball was a little bit outside and fell to the ground.
Homewood will punt now. The ball sits just shy of the 40-yard line. Deep is Lamont Bean for Shades Valley. Kevin Miller to punt. A good snap from center. And a big booming punt that will come down. Oh, it goes out of bounds inside the 1. Woo, what a coffin corner kick by Kevin Miller.
Barry, it doesn't get any better than that. Congratulations, Kevin Miller. I'm sure he's worked on it, but my goodness, inside the 1-yard line, you can't beat that.
Let's enjoy it again. Kevin Miller stands inside his own territory at about the 46. He kicks at the 50. And you'll watch the punt come down and bounce twice, and it goes out of bounds. You couldn't see it as well as we could, but it goes out of bounds inside the 1-yard line. Homewood's defense now must be pumped up, Larry, and they need to contain Valley in this set of downs. Coach Thorson knows it. Coach Harmon knows it. Back to live action. Homewood jumps. Homewood jumps, so that'll probably give them 5 yards and give Shades Valley just a little bit of running room.
Barry, that was more than one of our players that jumped. That was a planned play by them trying to draw us offside and get them out of that hole they dug themselves into right there.
Wes McDaniel is the quarterback, and he's a senior. He's taken a lot of snaps. Homewood's been penalized so far in this game one time for 5 yards. Shades Valley once for 15 on the big clip. We do not know at this point of the extent of the injury to Brian Poole, but we'll ask Larry Hembry to the sidelines to get us a report as soon as possible. Here Valley then with a, what would it be, a 1st and 5, right? In the backfield, the give is to Rashid. Rashid moves out to about the 8-yard line, perhaps the 9. I'm sorry, it was not Rashid. Jenkins, Cooley Jenkins, the ball carrier, and he's playing in the backfield now to give Dawood Rashid a little bit of a rest. You don't think that's a mouthful?
I'll stick with our players. I know them better. That was Kip Cowan on another tackle, Barry.
I enjoy talking to public address announcers from other schools. When they ask me how to pronounce Michael Andrzejewski's last name, I just sort of look at them and shrug. Let them struggle with that. 2nd and about 3 now. Moves outside and across the 10 to about the 13-yard line. That's Felton. Kwame Felton, the big senior fullback.
Very tripped up that time by Eugene Sharp. A good play, because if he hadn't tripped him, that kid had some green grass in front of him.
7:42 now remaining in the half. That's Brian Poole on the sideline working off that low block to the left leg. Whitten into the backfield just destroys his man, but not before Rashid moves up to about the 26-yard line. I was isolating that time on John Whitten instead of following the ball like I should have been, but he absolutely picked up his man and threw him to the ground. It was unbelievable. That was Jenkins that time. Jenkins is in the backfield. It's a single setback. They play a 2-flanker position with Fagan and Felton. Bring the back in motion. That's Felton. Fumble. Big fumble. Have to see it's Homewood's ball. Homewood's ball in the line of scrimmage will be inside the 25-yard line. Oh, we'll see if we've got that on a replay. This is what you get with an instant replay. Here it comes. Big hit on the outside. Got to get the number. Walburn. Henry Walburn just went up underneath him and plowed him under. Have to call him New Deal Walburn because he plowed him under. The deuce is definitely loose. From the 23, here's Eugene Sharp. Eugene with maybe 3-4 yards around right in. Give him a gain of 3 down to the 21.
Barry, on that play before that, I didn't see who covered the fumble, but that's the type play, the big play that you expect out of your senior leader, Henry Walburn, and what a hit he put on that kid. Knocked that ball loose.
Everybody was talking about how big Valley was and how mean Valley was and all of this, and the Homewood boys didn't read the press clippings, I don't think. They came out here to play football. Okay, 2nd and about 7. Hazelton to the left. Andrzejewski right. Or is that Lias right? That's Lias right. Interesting point we need to make as you watch the running of, looks like a Tommy Lias there. His brother Reggie Lias, who's a junior quarterback, worked out this week, Larry, at the split end position, and Reggie is now in the game at the split end position.
Barry, we may have some kind of trick play later where the split end comes around and makes a pass. Right now we've got an official timeout, the water break timeout.
This is the official timeout for a water break that we got in the second quarter, and we'll keep it right here. I'm sorry, we won't keep it right here. We'll have to take a break. We'll let you hear from one of our sponsors and be back after this.
You know when it's right, you know when you feel it, baby. You hold it, you hear it, you taste it, it's right. You got the right one, baby. It's this irrepressibly lovable, unsurpassably quotable, and intimately soulful. You got the right one, baby.
With 100% NutraSweet.
Dear Central Bank.
Oh, writing the bank.
Yeah.
They messed up the checking account?
No.
Had to wait in line?
No.
Rude tellers?
No, never. Rude husband.
Me?
I'm thanking them for all the trouble they went to and all the extra work they did so we could close the loan on this house.
That's their job.
In 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. That's Central Bank.
Central Bank. Unlike other banks, our prime interest is you.
Back to live action at Mountie Stadium. Let me set the scene for you. Homewood with a 3rd and about 5. 5:44 remaining. Michael Whitten wants to pass, launches one deep, and touchdown Homewood! What a catch by Martell Smith coming out of the backfield. Michael Whitten to Martell Smith. That's the one play I wish we had on instant replay, but we don't have it to show you right now. What a strike. Michael Whitten dropping back at about his own 25-yard line and completes a pass for Homewood's first score tonight. Kevin Miller kicks the extra points and field goals for us. Looks like Joel Maxwell holding. Brian Narrow snapping back. Kick is up. And the kick is no good to the right, looks like. No good to the right. All right, timeout on the field. 5:38 remaining in the half, and Shades Valley's lead has been cut to 14-6.
Barry, that was a terrific pass from Michael Whitten. Great poise, stood back there. I was afraid he was going to get clobbered, and then he threw a strike, but it was an even better, probably, reception by Martell Smith, tailback that looks fantastic as a wide receiver.
Just doing an excellent job catching the football. Martell stretched completely out and caught that ball right on his fingertips in the Mountie end zone. That does a lot for the confidence of this young Homewood team. There you see him on the sidelines. That's the special team. Handles the kickoffs. Jacob Pugh, number 50, sophomore. Kevin Miller, number 4, the kicker. Others that you might not normally see on that team. Number 24 is Mark Andrzejewski, Larry. That's Michael's brother. Homewood, big 3-play drive that time, covering 21 yards. 1:04 is all the time it took off the clock. So Valley still out in front as far as time of possession, but Homewood coming back. Deep for the Mounties. We've got in the middle is number 2, Charles Stevens. On the far side is number 4, that's Jesse Fagans. And number 45 is Kwame Felton. He'll be on the near side. A low kick. It'll go into the end zone for a touchback, and so Shades Valley gets to start on their 20, just as Homewood has a couple of times tonight.
Very a nice turnaround, if you remember, back with Henry Walburn, and then Michael Whitten and Smith team up for a great pass. We're back in the ball game. 14-6. Shades Valley's in for a fight.
No question tonight, Larry, and if you had to pick out one thing, it'd be Shades Valley fumbles. 2 key fumbles, one at midfield to give Homewood field position, and a second fumble caused by that plowed under block of Henry Walburn.
And the first fumble was caused by Homewood, too. A big hit by Kip Cowan. Big hitting defense so far.
Strong defensive performance. There they are. They stand and wait. They're ready for Shades Valley. Here's Wes McDaniel, their quarterback. 1st and 10 Mounties from their own 20. Coming this way is Felton. Felton moves, big moving, but a big tackle. Not before he gains about 12 yards. But Andrew Jeske stopped him finally out at about the 33, maybe the 34-yard line.
Barry, the last man we have on defense is Andrew Jeske, and he's made several tackles like that, and that's why he's back there. He's a sure tackler.
5th first down for Shades Valley in this half. Homewood with only 2. Stats do not favor the Patriots tonight at this point. There's a lot of time left and a lot of action left in this football game. Andrew Jeske plays the free safety position, as Larry indicated. Big hitting right at the line of scrimmage that time by Walburn, Paul Owen, and looked like Eugene Sharp.
The big lick looked like was by Eugene Sharp. Our 150-pound guys are hitters. They hit as hard as anybody I've ever seen in a high school game.
Larry might note that number 8 is in the ball game, playing a right outside linebacker or safety position, and that's Eric Pope. Haven't seen Eric a lot this year, and Eric's in the ball game now. He'll be playing in the right corner position. Back to pass is Wes McDaniel. McDaniel launches one. No good. Incomplete is the signal on the far sideline. Henry Walburn, the defender.
Henry was on that fellow stride for stride, and when he reached for the ball, Henry put a lick.
That was Jesse Fagans. Fagans is their senior receiver. Larry, what is that formation where they line up, look like 2 flankers off the tight ends? What is that?
All right, Barry, that's a double wing. It's really not flankers. Flankers are the ones that go wide. They do have one split in, but that's a double wing. They can reverse either way. They can sweep either way, and then they've been going up the middle with their fullback.
The fullback. There's the formation again. Number 33 in the backfield for Shades Valley is Jenkins. A pass for McDaniel and dropped big time by Kip Cowan. Big tackle in the Mountie backfield.
Michael Coggin made him step forward to dodge, and when he dodged Michael Coggin, Kip Cowan said, "Welcome to Homewood," and pow, he hit him a good one.
A big defensive play with 4:01 remaining in the half, and that brings up 4th down and about 15, it looks like, from across the field, maybe 14. So Shades Valley now definitely in a punting situation. You know, Larry must be going through those boys' minds out there, the Shades Valley boys. Hey, this Homewood team is not the team we thought we might see.
Barry, it started off one way, but Homewood is more than back in this game.
Patrick Morgan stands on his own 20. He'll kick from about the 23. High snap from center. Morgan gets a big kick off, though. It'll come down to Andrew Jeske at his own 35, and he comes to the near sidelines. Looking for the wall. He's got a wall. One man to beat. Oh, an excellent tackle. Give the Mountie boy credit. It was the kicker, Morgan, who made the saving tackle. But for that one tackle, Michael Jeske was gone.
Michael Andrzejewski made a great play. He pointed to the man. He had 4 blockers there, but the blockers didn't see that one man, and Andrzejewski got hit by him.
Watch the replay and watch the Homewood wall form on the near sidelines. Excellent special team coverage. Boom, 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 boom. 3 big blocks by Homewood players. Back to live action. The line of scrimmage to 42 now. Homewood in Valley territory. They want to move and score before the half. Here's Eugene Sharp. Big move around left end. Eugene with forward progress to about the 34-yard line.
Barry, you can't beat speed. Eugene was almost gone there. A great run by him and some good blocking. Barry, I also want to credit number 48, Brian Carr, on that punt for a key block. He sprung him loose. Nice block by the punting team.
Now there'll be a timeout on the official. We'll have to see what it is. Looks like an equipment timeout as we get something fixed. Second and short for the Patriots there at the 34-yard line of Shades Valley, and they'd like to score before half, Larry. 2:38, 2:37 as the clock now runs. Reggie Lias lines up as a split end on the left side. Two backs. Whitten back to pass, delay, give. The draw to Lias. Lias with the first down at about the 31-yard line. The clock still running. Stopped on the play by number 71, Bonky McCain. That's a name I haven't said tonight. I would have remembered it.
Very plenty of time, 2:16. We don't need to get in a rush. We only have 32 yards to go for a touchdown here. 2:16 and a half. We're in good shape, good shape.
A first down as they measure to make sure. A big first down now. That is the third first down for Homewood in the half. Perhaps the most key one to date. A note, we'll give you a note in just a second here on our halftime. We want you to stay with us for halftime because we will have a performance by the Homewood Patriot Marching Band. Here's first down then for the Patriots. Line of scrimmage, the 32 of Shades Valley. Michael Whitten wants to pass right over the middle. Oh, big pass caught by Brian Anderson, the big tight end.
Very great pair of hands. He took a hit and it didn't even slow him down. The poor defender took the beating, and the good hands of Brian Anderson made the difference.
Lamont Bean finds himself in the unlucky position of having to defend that one. And I want to make sure that was indeed Brian Anderson and not Kevin Stadinka. Yes, it was Brian. I couldn't see the number that well, and he wears 85. All right, another first down. Homewood now inside the 20 at about the 18-yard line. The pitch to Eugene Sharp. Eugene cuts left. 10, maybe the 10-yard line. Just shy of the 10. 1:41 now. The clock running.
Very good balance. Eugene was tripped up but kept on going and made a nice gain out of that all the way down to the 10.
Basham and Smith, the tacklers for Shades Valley. The clock starts again. 1:27, 1:26. Heading for the half with Homewood down 14-6. The line of scrimmage just shy of the 10-yard line. He gives us to the first man through, Lias. Lias gets a yard. Homewood may have to spend a timeout here.
Barry, the big Shades Valley people are hitting our quarterback after he hands off and letting Michael know that they're out there and trying to make him a little wary or a little gun shy.
Well, that could be part of their strategy. Tito Smith is number 88. We're getting a lot of number 88s written down by David Duro, one of our spotters up here, because Tito Smith is big time in this game.
1:05 to go in the half. This is a real momentum for whoever can do something here right before the half is going to give the better team here a real momentum going into the halftime, Barry.
As you look at the guys taking a water break, I'll remind you that one of our sponsors is Cash and Carry Building Supply, and they carry a full line of building products and hardware, all designed to meet the needs for just about any do-it-yourself project as well as contractor-assisted jobs. By all means, don't let the name fool you. They do deliver to Homewood, even though the name is Cash and Carry, as well as deliver to any of the other over-the-mountain areas, and they gladly accept all major credit cards. Cash and Carry is owned by Don Waters and Homewood resident Jim Long, and they invite you to give them a call at 323-7173 to discuss any of your building material needs with store manager Lars Anderson. Cash and Carry, one of the sponsors of these Homewood football rebroadcasts. They are located at 800 14th Street North in Birmingham. And again, the number is 323-7173. Thanks to Cash and Carry. And that rhymes with Larry, and we're back. 1:05 is the time that shows on the clock. And here's Homewood. They've got second and what, about 3, or is it 3rd and 3? It looks like 3rd and 3. So this is a key third down, perhaps the key third down of the half. Here's the give to Lias. Lias moves. Maybe he's at the 7. We'll have to see. It's going to be close.
Barry, was that Lias or was that Eugene Sharp? I believe Eugene had that ball that time. It looks close enough to measure. Mike Whitten's telling us he thinks it's a first down, and I know Mike is not prejudiced at all.
The signal that it was a first down is from the far sidelines, and we've got Larry Hembry over there on the headsets. We'll see from here.
There's Matt Newton to make sure that everything is kosher on the measurement here, watching for Homewood.
Well, as they tighten the chain, you can see that it is indeed, my friends, a Homewood first down, and there's a lot of I told you so's up here. Okay, we'll set the scene for you. 56 seconds. The clock stopped now, but it'll start on the snap. This is first and goal from about the 7. Homewood down by 8. Valley with 2 quick scores and then not much else to talk about tonight. Homewood with a pass play from Michael Whitten to Martell Smith. Let's see if we can score here. Hazelton comes in motion to the far side. Michael Whitten rolls, looks, caught. They're going to... maybe a yard. Fagan makes the stop for Valley. Homewood will take a timeout. 30 seconds remaining on the clock. I'm not sure how many timeouts they've taken. That may be their second one, so it would mean they have one remaining in this half, correct? They have taken 2 timeouts. This is their second. Valley brings its squad over to the near sidelines. There you see Homewood across the field.
Very an interesting call coming up for the Homewood team. We've got second down coming, so we have 3 to go. Obviously, if we don't make it, we can kick on 4. But if we run the ball here, will it run the clock down too far, or can we get off 2 plays and then call a timeout and then kick? So a little bit of strategy going on the Homewood sideline right now. Do you want to pass, so if it's incomplete, then you can come back and have time? A lot of thinking going on and decisions to be made over on the Homewood sideline.
No question about it. You saw there a good look at the Homewood Patriot Marching Band as they are lined up ready to perform. They'll perform first at this halftime, being the visiting band, and we'll not only see the members of the band, but the color guard is here tonight, and the Star Spangled Girls are here tonight, and you'll get treated to that during the halftime. So we want you to stay with us. Rare treat that you get to see, and especially if you've not been to Waldrop Stadium so far this year. All right, Coach Newton says one last word to the offense as he leaves the field, and here is Homewood. 30 seconds remaining in the half. Homewood down 14-6. They have second and goal from about the 8-yard line. Let's see what happens. With the backs in the eye, Michael Whitten looks to pass, floats one up. Touchdown Homewood, touchdown Homewood. Oh yes, Reggie Elias.
Barry, that was just a high one. You got a basketball player out there on the end. He threw it up in the air for grabs, and let's see who's taller. And son of a gun, 6'4", Reggie Elias was a little taller, wasn't he?
Defending on the play was Shades Valley's number 2. That's Stevens, I believe, Charles Stevens. He's a junior. Plays on offense at split end and plays in the linebacker position. Now Homewood will go for 2 to try and tie it up with 25 seconds left in the half. Backs are in the eye. Let's watch. Looks like may have been some motion.
Barry, that's going to be on us. With the referee throwing his flag, it's got to be on Homewood.
Referee is in the offensive backfield, and indeed there's the sign, illegal procedure against Homewood. Whether this will change our strategy or not remains to be seen. This will bring us back 5 yards. So your line of scrimmage will be at the 7, is that correct? At the 8.
In comes Reggie Elias again. Well, it looks like we're going for it. We're not going to kick it.
Whitten looks to the sidelines for his play. Kevin Miller is not in the game at this point, so Homewood looks to me like they will go for it.
David Durst got a good point. They may try to draw the Shades Valley people off sides to get it back down inside here.
Get the 5 yards back. Here's Michael Whitten. He wants to throw. He does. Outside to Eugene Sharp. Eugene tries. Working for the goal line, but he'll come up short. They'll run him out of bounds at maybe the 3-yard line. Shades Valley with only a minor moral victory because, folks, it's close to being tied at this point. Here's your touchdown. A high floater from Michael Whitten. And Reggie Elias just jumps up and says, no, this one's mine.
Rebounding practice, Barry. That's all that was. Reggie, that was a perfectly thrown ball by Michael. Put it up there where only Reggie had a good shot at it.
25 seconds remaining in the half. Homewood still behind, but only by 2, folks. This one's far from over. After a quick change of tapes, 9 plays in that Homewood drive. It took 2 minutes and 45 seconds off the clock and went 43 yards. Homewood kicks one on the ground just to make sure we don't have a big long run back. Number 34, Rashid, is their runner. The clock moving with 18. Now it'll stop while they'll set the chains. And Shades Valley will have 18 seconds, Larry, from their own 32-yard line to see if they can do something.
Barry, Henry Walburn loves to hit and is on the kickoff team, and a big lick on the kickoff right there, Henry Walburn.
Fine, outstanding senior defensive linebacker and the captain of the defense, I believe. Those guys have played a tough half right there.
They're content to let it run out.
Shades Valley's going to let it run out. 3, 2, 1. So time runs out in the half with a score of 14-12. Shades Valley up on top, but Homewood with a moral victory so far. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back for the performance of our band. You stay with us.
Winners and losers are made. What does it take to be a winner? According to one well-known football coach, it begins with a great game plan, followed by excellent practice habits, and then the players must accept the game plan. In order to become a winner in life, we must accept God's game plan. We do that by accepting Jesus Christ as our Savior and Lord. I'm Gary Fenton, pastor of Dawson Memorial Baptist Church, inviting you to become a winner in life.
It's Piggly Wiggly Food Store.
Yep. What you're going to see here is a performance of the Homewood Patriot Marching Band, the Color Guard, and the Star Spangled Girls. Let's watch together.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting for your halftime entertainment, Alabama's first representative to the St. Patrick's Day Parade in Dublin, Ireland, the Homewood Patriot Marching Band. The Homewood Band is under the full direction of drum major Sam Chambers. The Star Spangled Girl captain is Tracy Abbott. The Patriot Guard commander is Nancy Sanders. Tonight's music begins with a start in Spanish arrangement of Taboo, featuring puppet soloist Jonathan Sargent and Kevin Burke. Ladies and gentlemen, the Homewood Patriot Marching Band. in Homewood. Here is Icy Hot.
It's Piggly Wiggly food stores for quality foods, friendly service, and fair prices. You'll find a wide selection of the freshest seasonal produce brought in daily, and the finest heavy Western USDA choice beef, and of course, plump, fresh-cut chickens never frozen. And Piggly Wiggly serves hot, fresh deli foods of the finest quality served up daily, the next best thing to home cooking. And Piggly Wiggly food stores are proud of our friendly people serving your needs in Mountain Brook, Homewood. It's Piggly Wiggly, the finest food stores around.
Back at Valley Stadium, as we're ready for the start of the second half of play, the teams have just come out of the locker room, and that gives us a moment to give you some stats from the first half. For Homewood, they rushed the ball 20 times for a total of 70 yards. In the passing department, Michael Whitten threw the ball 8 times, completed 5, had 1 interception. The passing department shows 45 yards on those 5 completed passes, significantly 2 touchdowns in the 45 yards. For Shades Valley, rushing 20 times for 127 yards, a stronger ground game by Valley, but significantly, they have had a number of fumbles. And Larry Wygand, I think turnovers may be part of the story of the first half of this game.
Barry, you're right. It started off poorly for Homewood, but then the hard-hitting defense by Homewood causing those turnovers is what really turned it around and gave Michael and the offensive guys a chance to come back. The offensive lineman played well, giving Michael Whidden a chance to pass the ball, and he used 3 receivers we really hadn't seen before tonight: Martell, Brian Anderson, and of course Reggie Lice with the big catch. And don't forget Kevin Miller's punting, pinned them down on the 1-foot line, was a key play too.
A key coffin corner punt, if you will. Penalties, Shades Valley penalized once so far in this contest for 15 yards. Homewood with only 1 penalty for 5 yards, but that a significant one in that it moved us back from the 3-yard line on the extra point attempt where we were going to go for 2. In the first down department, we're even now at this point. 5 first downs for Shades Valley and 5 for Homewood. Again, the fumbles, Shades Valley fumbled the ball twice and lost them both, and that could have been key to the game too, in that it gave Homewood its first good field position of the night. So Larry, despite the pregame press reports that said this was going to be the toughest one we faced, and it probably still is going to be the toughest team we have faced or will face this year, Homewood, I think, is just looking great, and the score is 14-12.
Barry, in the last couple of weeks, we have improved so much, and the Homewood squad really looks strong.
They really do. Credit, again, not enough can be said about the play of both the offensive and defensive lines, but particularly that defensive line and the linebackers who have just caused those Shades Valley turnovers. And my guess is Shades Valley had some serious talking in the locker room, went along the lines of how bad do you guys want to win this thing.
Barry, I think you're right, and I hope that the depth factor doesn't come in. I know Big John Whidden has played a terrific game on both sides of the ball, along with Kip Cowan, and if they can last the whole game and not get worn out, we're going to be in good shape.
All right, we're ready to get underway with second half play. Here is Shades Valley's Brian Goins. Brian moves on the ball and kicks. It's a low kick, so we will have an opportunity to return it. It comes down to Curtis Starks at about the 12-yard line. Curtis moves it up inside the 30 and across the 30 to about the 32. A good run back by Curtis Starks, who wears the number 1 jersey for the Patriots. Credit Mountain Brook's number 71, Bunky McCain.
Shades Valley.
I'm sorry, was this time warp. Last week was Mountain Brook, Barry. This week we're at Shades Valley. They're the guys in the black uniforms. Bunky McCain for Shades Valley with the stop. Good field position, though. It seems like the first 2 times we got the ball first half, we were on our own 20. Reggie Lias is in the game now at the wide receiver position, split to the near side. This will be the pitch to Eugene Sharp. Eugene tries the left end but gets nothing. In fact, he may lose a yard or 2, courtesy of Shades Valley tackler number 74, who is not on their roster.
Barry, it looked like
give it to you.
Excuse me, it looked like that might have been Martell Smith running the ball that time. We still have the momentum coming out of the halftime like we did. We dominated except for the first 14 points there in the first half of the first quarter.
And I see, Larry, that Eric Moulton is in the game, is he not? 43?
That's great to see, Barry.
Eric is at fullback, lined up in front of Martell Smith. So he's obviously ready to play. They'll come right this time. Martell with the ball again. He gets his yardage back and maybe gains 3 more. Give him up to maybe the 35-yard line and a gain of about 3 yards.
Barry, I want to be the first to congratulate and credit Tommy Lice for a good first half, but it is oh so good to see big Eric Moulton in our backfield again, and a good start right there. He had a good key block on the end and opened it up for our tailback.
All right, that'll bring up Homewood's first possession down of the second half, the young second half. 10:24 remaining in the third quarter, so we're just barely underway here. And they'll look at third down, and I would guess about 6.5 from their own 35. The give is to the first man through. Moulton fights for maybe a couple of yards, but Larry, he'll come up way short. Shades Valley with a lot of effort on their defensive front, and that puts Homewood in a punting situation from its own 37.
Barry, he was hit a yard deep in our backfield and gained a yard or 2. I know it's only a 2 or 3 yard differential there, but there's not another person on our team that would have gained that. That was all Eric Moulton there.
All right, Kevin Miller then in the game is in punt formation. Shades Valley will send back Lamont Bean. their punt receiver. Back to block is Henry Wahlberg. Good snap from center. Kevin gets away a good kick. It'll go way to the far side of the field and sends Lamont Bean running. He'll watch it go out of bounds, and another fine Kevin Miller punt. Looks like it may be on about the 9-yard line. We'll have to see. It's either the 9 or the 4, but I believe the referee's standing on the 9.
Barry, if he's on the 9, and I think he is, that's only a 55-yard punt by Kevin Miller.
Kevin has really put the toe into the ball a couple of times, and that puts Shades Valley deep in their own territory for their first offensive set of the young second half.
Barry, Kevin had a good game against Mountain Brook, but he's having a fantastic game here tonight.
Here's a look at the Homewood Patriot Marching Band. I'll have to tell you, because you didn't get to see the performance at the halftime of the Shades Valley Band, and I can't say it too loud because we're sitting right here behind them, but the band is still undefeated. The Homewood Band is still undefeated. They're 3-0 on the season. That's Rashid.
Looked like the tackle was by Eric Pope that time, in playing the corner for us.
Eric saw some action in the first half, and he wears the number 8 jersey for the Patriots. He plays at the right defensive corner position. Michael Andrzejewski wears number 7, plays the free safety, and Eugene Sharp would be on the other side in the defensive backfield. Line of scrimmage about the 15 now. Here's the give to the big fullback Felton. He's got wide open running room.
Oh, man.
And he's out. He's fast, but Martell Smith is equally fast. He's fast, but Martell Smith is equally fast, and Martell tracks him down, but not before a big Shades Valley gain down to the Homewood 37.
Barry, that guy is some kind of runner, and that's great speed by Martell Smith. He's the only one who had a chance. I didn't think he'd get him, and he really turned it on and caught that fella.
I think Kwame Felton was as surprised as anybody in the stadium to find out he was by himself on the left end. You can see there was just no pursuit out there. But here comes Martell Smith, who has equal speed, and Martell runs him down at the 37. Give him a 37-yard run from scrimmage to the 37 of Homewood. Shades Valley moves now in excellent field position. Here's Duwad Rashid. Fumble.
Shades Valley got it back, Barry. Looked like we tried to scoop it up and run with it and missed it, and they fell on the ball.
Dawood Rashid has fumbled the ball a couple of times tonight in key situations, and that was certainly one of them. But Shades Valley recovers and comes up with a nice gain.
There's the replay. Ball's loose, but we just missed it, and they got it.
Back to live action. Here's second and about 4 now, maybe 3. Shades Valley at the Homewood 30. The give is to number 33. That's Corey Cooley Jenkins. Homewood back on its heels on defense just a little bit now.
Barry, our defensive secondary is making all the tackles. This is not a good sign.
Checking into the game for the Mounties is Jesse Fagans, replacing Warren in the lineup. Fagans brings the play in. Shades Valley sends Stevens, the receiver, wide left. But they'll keep the running game intact, and Felton around left end. He looks for the corner and has the corner. Shades Valley comes up with another quick strike. With 7:05 remaining in the third period, Valley out on top now. 20-12. Brian Goins, the place kicker for the Mounties, will attempt the extra point. Puts it through, and it looks to be good. 7:05 remaining in the third quarter, and Valley now 21-12 over Homewood. Larry, that was a quick 84 yards and a quick 5 plays, capped by Felton's run around left end that you just saw there.
That kid is a good football player, and he's got some good blocking, and that's about all you can say about that. Good execution by the Shades Valley Mounties.
Well, it's time for Homewood to bounce back. and stay in this game with another sustained drive. Only down by 9 now. I'm an optimist. I say a touchdown, a field goal wins it. What do you guys say? Touchdown and an extra point and a field goal wins it. There you go.
And a rock-solid defense.
Yes, sir. Goins will kick off. Homewood sets back Curtis Starks, Martell Smith, Ames Sabry.
Barry, this guy's kicked off several times, twice very deeply in the end zone. Last time he kicked the grounder, I don't know if he's trying to get the ball wet and look for a fumble or what, but let's see what he does this time.
Valley with 215 yards rushing now on the night, and the second half still young. Goins puts a big toe in it. We won't even try. It comes down out of the end zone. So let's just start it on the 20.
Wow, that ball was kicked in the air out of the end zone. That is a major league kick.
Good shot across the way of the Homewood band, as the bands are in competition right now. Both bands going, and I like to hear the Homewood band. Let's see if the Patriots can get something going on offense now. They have 1st and 10 at their own 20. Backs are in the pro set. Here's the pitch to Moulton, and Moulton blasts through for about 12 or 13 yards and a big Homewood first down.
This big, tough, physical Shades Valley Mountie squad, they got to meet big, tough, physical Eric Moulton there. Uh-oh, I see him going out of the game. I hope he's okay. That was a nice run and nice blocking.
He came up a little and looked like a little tender on his arm, perhaps. I hope he's all right. Eric does go out of the game, and that'll probably bring in Tommy Lias to fill in fullback duty. So both Lias brothers now in the game for Homewood. Tommy in the fullback slot and Reggie at the wide receiver left. Michael Whitten looks, and he wants Reggie Lias. Reggie's under the ball. Out of bounds and incomplete. Defending on the play for Shades Valley was Tony Clark, a defensive cornerback for the Mounties.
We've got a hurt Shades Valley Mountie on the play. Right as Michael threw that ball, he took a shot from the backside, but Michael's okay.
We'll take a break for a moment with the injured player and be right back after this from one of the people who sponsor these Homewood replays of our football games. Stay with us.
Auto, home, business, life, or health, no matter what your insurance needs may be, Buddy Wade is your local State Farm agent with the insurance experience you want. From his office at the corner of Palisades Boulevard and Columbiana Road, Buddy has served Homewood and surrounding areas for over 15 years. When you think insurance, think experience. Think Buddy Wade. Come by and visit his office or call 942-4444.
For 82, Anwar Rashid is in good shape, and good enough shape at least to trot off the field under his own power, and we certainly like to see that. Don't want anybody to be hurt if we can help it. Okay, receiver and a flanker wide right. I think they call that the rip formation. Backs in the eye. Here's Homewood with 2nd and 10 now following the incomplete pass. The pitch to Martell Smith. Blocking by Lias. Martell puts his helmet down and goes for maybe 6 yards, but there is a flag on the play.
Barry, it was the umpire throwing the flag, and I'm afraid that's going to be offensive holding on Homewood.
The signal you see just off the screen to your right indeed is Homewood penalty, offensive holding. We came up here about 3 days ago and staked out these seats right behind the Shades Valley band. Sort of like Garth Brooks tickets. Camped out overnight to get this spot. Big mark off against Homewood. Puts us back at our own 25-yard line. And that'll bring up, it'll be second and what, second and 20.
That's right, second and 20.
Holding the call against the Patriots, second and 20 now. With Hazelden and Elias, the receivers, split right and left. The give will be to Martell Smith, and Martell finds running room and more. Is it Martell?
I believe that's Eugene
Or
Sharp.
Eugene. The 28 and the 22 look a lot alike to me from this distance.
Eugene Sharp really looks good at the tailback position. He looks like he's been an offensive tailback all his life.
Eugene got back about 16 of those 20 yards, Larry. That makes 3rd and 4 now. A much more makeable 3rd down.
That's good running by Eugene. A little misdirection or counter, whatever you want to call it. The fullback went left and Eugene came around the right side. Nice blocking and a good run.
Flanker and receiver left now, back still in the eye. The ball at the 41-yard line. Homewood will have a penalty. This will be an illegal procedure, probably.
One of those rare occasions where all 5 handkerchiefs came out all at once, and I think it's definitely against Homewood.
5:33 with the clock stopped now in the 3rd quarter. Procedure is the call. That'll take it back. We'll replay the down. So, Larry, it'll be what, 3rd and about 10, maybe 10 and a half.
Looks like maybe 3rd and about 9, Barry.
9.
Looks like we might have got a little break on the penalty. That was a short 5-yard penalty, I think, Barry, and we'll take that.
All right, Homewood with a key possession down. They've had the ball for a good while in the 3rd quarter so far, but have not scored. Whitten wants to pass. Big rush. Big pass. Airs it out all the way, and it'll be intercepted. Intercepted by Shades Valley's Jesse Fagans. Lamont.
Homewood ball.
Homewood ball. I am sorry. I missed it.
Barry, that was what you call a simultaneous catch, and the simultaneous catch goes to the offense. Let's see it again.
Watch it again.
They come down together, both clutching the ball, and he gives it to the offensive team.
It was Martell Smith, if I'm correct.
Number 6, Shades Valley does not agree with that call, I don't believe.
That's Lamont Bean, and he is unhappy with the call. This is a timeout for a water break, so it gives everybody a chance to cool down a little bit. Larry, you're saying that you're saying that if both players have the ball together, the offensive player is awarded the reception.
That's correct. It's just like in a baseball game, a tie goes to the runner, a tie on a reception, and if they come down together in joint possession on the ground, then it goes to the offensive team, and in this case, it's Homewood.
Well, a big strike for Homewood, and credit Martell Smith with coming down with that ball. I'll tell you what, with timeout on the field, let's take a short timeout for a sponsor. We'll let you hear from one of them and then come right back.
Always reliable. Now there's something else. At South Trust Bank, we don't just talk about quality service, we guarantee it. We guarantee accurate statements and a fast response to your questions or problems. We guarantee prompt service in our lobby, and our anytime tellers will be available when you need them. We have more offices in Alabama than any other bank. If you get less than our best, we'll pay you. You can bank on the service at South Trust, guaranteed.
We appreciate all the sponsors who help us bring you this rebroadcast of the Homewood Patriot football team, and you can see it on 2 places. Homewood's own Homewood School System cable channel and also on the Over the Mountain cable channel. We hope you join us every week. Here now, 1st and 10 for the Patriots. The line of scrimmage will be about the 33-yard line. Whitten gives in the backfield to 28, Eugene Sharp.
There's that same little counter play that he ran for about 16 yards a minute ago, and a nice gainer again, Barry. That's working well.
Give him 6 with the line of scrimmage now the 27.
Barry, the whole offensive unit is doing a nice job. Mike Whitten just pointed out to us, they've gained 16 and 27 and big yardage on all these plays. The only thing that set us back have been the penalties.
John Whitten limping at the right tackle position. John favoring, it looks like, the left foot. We hope he's all right, but he's still in the game. We'll isolate.
Oh, man.
penalty thrown in the Homewood backfield, probably delay of game. No?
Illegal procedure. One of our linemen, I believe, jumped just a little bit.
Penalties against Homewood this quarter being really hurting us.
Yeah, I believe that's the third penalty we've had on this drive, Barry.
Tommy Elias is in at the fullback position. Eugene Sharp at the tailback position. It's now 2nd and about 9. Here's the pitch to Eugene. Eugene wants outside, pursued, dragged down by number 82 for Shades Valley. That's Anwar Rashid, the brother of the tailback.
Barry, you're right. John Whidden is visibly limping, and that's not good. He's having to go both ways, too, Barry. That's got to be tough. That big fella, I know he's had knee problems in the past. I hope it's not his knee.
I hope it's not a knee. I hope it may be just an ankle that maybe got turned. John at the left tackle position, certainly critical to the Homewood offense and defense tonight. Here's 3rd and 9. Misdirection give to Eugene. Eugene wants outside. He won't get it. Big tackle for the Mounties. I looked like number 82 again. I'm not sure but what it was, but maybe of 33, right, Cooley Jenkins. Jenkins in, 82 was around the play. That brings up 4th down now, and your line of scrimmage is about the 34-yard line. So Kevin Miller sets a block, a tee, not
kicking
a
tee,
block,
right.
a kicking tee.
Barry, it looks like a little over 50 yards. No wind tonight.
It will be at the 40-yard line. Kevin with a big toe in it. Get there.
Get there, baby.
He got it!
Woo! What a kick.
A 50-yard field goal off the toe of Kevin Miller. Goodness gracious.
Kevin Miller is playing a game. He's punted superbly all night. Look at this kick. 50-yard field goal.
Kept his head down and his toe stiff, and there it went.
Wow.
Fantastic performance. Fantastic kick.
I tell you,
that could be a game changer.
Credit that whole kicking team. Good snap, good hold. All your blockers blocking, and Kevin Miller did his thing, and what he did.
All right. Homewood will come back now and kick it off to Shades Valley. 8 plays, 4 minutes and 27 seconds off the clock. Some of those plays awfully big plays, but also a lot of penalties in that drive. Homewood, however, comes up with 3 points with 2:38 remaining in the third quarter. Valley clings to a 21-15 lead. Homewood down by 6. All right, deep for Shades Valley is Stevens. Stevens faking on the far side. Kyle Butts on the near side, and it'll come down to one of the up backs. That's Felton, number 45. He's a guy just as soon not have it.
Barry, another good tackle on the special teams by number 48, Brian Carr, sophomore. Good job on the tackle there.
21-15 the score here at Shades Valley from Mountie Stadium, and Homewood on D now. Larry, I want to see if I can see whether John Whidden is getting a rest, and I think that he is.
He is, and I am so glad to see it.
Really favoring that leg. McDaniels gives to this first back through. It was Rashid. Rashid just tries the left side of the Homewood line.
Good line play that time. Paul Owens landing in. Looked like Sean Shiplett, number 70, a junior tackle in there for us. And also number 31, Brian Narrow, sophomore linebacker for us.
Homewood brings Curtis Starks up to the line. They go to the other side, though. It's Felton, 45, grabbed and dragged down after about a 3-yard gain. Looked like
Webby.
Looked like, was it Webby? 51, Anthony Webby.
I tell you, our ends are being tested all night tonight. Shades Valley runs the ends.
We heard that in the scouting report out of Gardendale because of the speed of those two backs. They are just absolutely lightning fast.
You're right, Barry. Any coach, and they certainly have a good one at Higginbotham, would use that speed to their advantage, and that's what they're doing. Big 3rd and 4 play here coming up.
3rd and 4 now. They're at their own 45 or just shy of it. Let's see if we can contain. Here's McDaniel. He wants to throw on 3rd and 4. A strike across the middle to Stevens. And it's complete and into Homewood territory at about the 44-yard line. A big Mountie first down.
Barry, they don't throw often, but when they do, it keeps you off guard, and the fellow was open, and a good pass and a good reception.
All right, Shades Valley with fresh blood then at the 44-yard line. Here comes the back around the left end. It's Jesse Fagans. They're number 4.
There's one of those reverses I was talking about earlier, and that's an inside reverse, although he wound up swinging it outside off that double wing tee.
You see the clock counting down in the 3rd quarter. It's going to be a barn burner of a finish. Shades Valley will get off one more snap in this quarter, and the give is to Felton around right in.
Oh.
Whoa, he cuts through. One man to grab him, and it's Walburn, and he can't get him. Felton with his 3rd score of the night. As time runs out in the quarter, Shades Valley crosses the goal one more time.
Barry, they run the ends as well as any high school team I can remember in a long time.
With the clock running out in the 3rd quarter, Homewood's Shades Valley sweeps right in, and Felton scores. Some confusion on the part of Shades Valley about the extra point at this point. They tried to come off the field, and they will now go for 2. Here the attempt. McDaniels wants to pass and does. Incomplete, so the extra point attempt is no good. That leaves at the change of the quarter the score Shades Valley 27 and Homewood 15. We'll stop for this message from one of our sponsors.
New Powerade sports drink developed by the Coca-Cola Company.
It's the Powerade Punch, the Powerade Crunch. Slam it when you jam it. If you crack it or you cram it. The Powerade Play. Powerade make my day.
More than a thirst quencher with 33% more carbohydrates for energy than Gatorade.
The Powerade Crunch, Powerade Punch. The taste that's fresh. You know the rest. New Powerade.
Hello, I'm Tony Picklesheimer here with you at Jim Limbaugh Chevrolet Truck and Van Center, and if we got a back-to-school special for you. As that all-important high school and college football season starts, tailgating is back, and everybody needs a van to do it in. This is a 1992 Chevrolet Astro van, and folks, this van is equipped, not stripped. It has power windows, power door locks, tilt wheel, cruise control. It's fully customized on the inside with captain's chairs and a sofa bed. All this for only $389 a month with $1,000 down. So come see us and save at Jim Limbaugh Chevrolet Truck Center, I-59, exit 120, only 5 minutes from downtown. And remember, at Jim Limbaugh Chevy Truck Center, we're committed to improving our customers' quality of life.
Fourth quarter here, Larry Wygand along with Mary Copeland. The Shades Valley rushing yardage is impressive, Larry. 267 yards. Brian Goins kicks one out of the end zone again for Shades Valley. Homewood with 137 yards rushing and 83 yards passing. But Shades Valley with 29 attempts and 267 yards, approaching, what would that be, 8 yards and something a carry? And they're only 13 yards passing, but that's approaching 8 yards a carry.
That's about 9 yards.
9 yards a carry.
Unbelievable, Barry.
We have to add Lynn Dura to our staff to do the math for us here. Homewood, 1st and 10 from its own 20. The delay give gets maybe back just shy of the line of scrimmage. That was Tommy Lias.
Barry, Tommy was hit deep in the backfield. He did a good job to get back where he got to.
Rashid, the tackler for Shades Valley, that's Anwar Rashid.
Big John Whitten is back in there at left tackle for us, Barry.
All right, 2nd and 11 now from the 19. Whitten with the give this time to tailback. Looks like Smith. Martell may be back to the original line of scrimmage, but they're going tough in the middle of that Shades Valley line.
Well, you're right. Big number 88 is in there on almost every play.
Gain of 3, call it, to the 22.
Look like we're not sure what we want to call here, Barry, so Homewood timeout.
Homewood will take a timeout. We'll keep it here for you to tell you that we have some varsity cheerleaders. It'll be awfully difficult for us to show them to you tonight because we're across the field from where they are leading the cheers. But I still want to give you their names because they do a super job, and they are the varsity cheerleaders for 1992-93 season. There you see them from the back. Melissa Boren and Keisha Cole, Laura Ann Daniel, Carmen Greer, Jennifer Harris, Susan Holberg, Allison Jones, Ashley Legg, Ashley Litton, Arlene Moniz, Laura Wunderlich, and Casey Kirby, who is the head cheerleader this year. They do a super job, and not only, of course, at football games, but at all of the varsity sports as well. Also might remind you that there are a number of young ladies who help out the football team as trainers and assistant managers, and we'll give you their names as well. Tony Morris, Stephanie Peterson, Faith Griffin, Beth Staples, Nancy Jones, and the senior leader of the group, my favorite name on all the Homewood squad, Monica Tejadahara. That's right, it's easy for me to say.
There's a good shot of part of our squad in the Star Spangled Girls.
I like Buddy Wade's pink shirt as we pan the crowd there. Buddy's one of the colorful additions there. Buddy Wade is faithful to be at every performance of the Star Spangled Girls in the band because his wife Cindy Wade does such a super job as the choreographer of the Star Spangled Girl crew, and she's really special. All right, back to action on the field. We've got 3rd and about 9 from about the 21-yard line. Homewood needs to get something going here in the 4th quarter. Michael Whitten wants to pass and rolls to his left. Looks long, pressured. He was down and hit even later than being down.
Barry,
but he hops back up.
That was, believe it or not, that was a good play by Michael. His receivers were covered, and it's the gutsy thing to do is to pull it down and take your licks and try to run out for what you can.
Give him a loss of 2 back to the 19. That'll bring up a definite punting situation as Homewood looks at 4th and about 12.
I heard somebody from the crowd yell field goal. It'd be about a 90-something yarder, but Kevin might try it. No, he's going to punt.
Looks like he will punt. Deep for Shades Valley all night long has been Lamont Bean. Miller gets his kick away. Bean takes it in at the 47 and signals for a fair catch. Shades Valley will go into business in real good field position. 9:58 remaining in this football game. About time for a quick turnover, Larry.
We could use a big break out of our defense right now, Barry. You're right.
Well, Shades Valley knows that, and they will be playing, I would think, very cautious football from this point on.
Got a lot of tired young men out there, but let's see what they can do with this Shades Valley offensive thrust there. Unbalanced line, Barry. Look like they're going left.
34 is Rashid. Big fumble.
Fumble, and we got it.
Andrew Jeske signals Homewood ball, and the referees agree. Yes, sir, give it to the Patriots, and there's that turnover we're looking for.
What a great play,
Paul
Barry.
Owen. Paul Owen to come up with that fumble. Don't know if we have a replay or not. If we do, we'll share it with you as they set the offense.
Barry, I didn't see who made the big lick. Here we go. Pow, right there. Looked like
John Whitten was in on it.
I couldn't tell, but somebody put a helmet on that ball. It squirted out, and I think you're right. Paul Owen may have fallen on it. Big play.
Big play and a big turnover for the Patriots as they have now excellent field position in Shades Valley Mountie territory at the Valley 48. Receivers left and right, flanker left. Flanker Hazelden in motion to the right. Whitten with the count. He looks to pass. Thrown just outside the grasp of, looked like Aham Sayer. No, it was Tommy Lias. Lias running out of the backfield. A lot of pressure on Michael that time, Larry.
Barry, there was a lot of pressure. Michael made a deep drop. His fullback was in position to make a block, and because of the deep drop, the guy came around and knocked Michael to the ground.
Anwar Rashid defending on the, rushing the pass that time. Reggie Lias now lines up to the near side. Hazelden again in motion to the far side. The give this time is to Eugene Sharp. Eugene bulls his way down across the 45 to about the 43-yard line. Give him a gain of about 5, and that'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Barry, again, Eugene Sharp looks so good running that ball. When he goes up the middle, he's 150 pounds. He runs as hard as he can. He puts both hands over that ball. He's not going to fumble. He is a good-looking running back.
He and Bartell Smith both play both ways, and they do an excellent job of relieving one another. Now a key possession down for the Patriots at the Valley 43. 3rd and 5. Whitten wants to pass, looks quickly into and out of the arms of Reggie Lias at the 38. He had first down yardage, but he could hear him coming. Charlie Stevens hit him at the moment that he caught the ball, and the ball just squirted out.
Barry, you got to credit the Shades Valley cornerback there with a top-notch, excellent play. Right as the ball got there, he made a good lick on him, and that's just one of those things.
All right, Kevin Miller in the game now. We would anticipate a punt. Shades Valley the same, so they send back Lamont Bean, their number 6. 8:45 remaining in the football game.
Ball on the 43-44. Kevin's got a spoil. Can he put it in the corner again?
He gets a good snap from center and kicks it way high. Bean calls for the fair catch and will take it in. Fumbles! Fumbles!
We got the ball.
I believe Homewood has recovered. Looked like Brian Carr might have come up with that fumble. Here's the replay.
Number 48, Brian Carr, played excellent special team ball all night long.
Watch him come down with the fumble that is just shy of the Valley 10-yard line.
Barry, I'm going to credit Kevin Miller again with a sky-high punt that let his men get down there and pressure that guy.
Kevin put it up and allowed his defense to get down.
Oh, man.
Now flags fly.
It's going to be on us again, Barry. Illegal procedure.
The Mounties jumped and pointed at the Homewood line. Indeed, there is the call, illegal procedure. That'll make it 1st and 15. And the thing that's tough about that is a first down is shy of the goal. It's inside the 1-yard line, but shy of the goal.
Barry, when people have to go both ways and a lack of depth on our team, late in the game, they get a little tired and make these little small errors that are costly, and it's tough when you got to do it both ways.
Receivers wide, left and right. Lias to the right, Hazelden to the left. No flanker in this set. Whitten wants to pass. No, he gives. Ooh, Eugene Sharp hit at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Barry, I believe we lost a little bit. Again, on that deep draw, you're either going to gain something, but when you get nailed at such a deep draw, you get caught in the backfield so far back. I think we lost about 2 yards.
Tackled by Anwar Rashid of Shades Valley. 2nd then and about 16 maybe, or 17. Homewood needs to convert now. The clock moves at 7:30 remaining in the game. Michael Whitten goes for pay dirt. Lias dives, but it's out of bounds. Reggie Lias was diving stretched out straight. Defending on the play was Tony Clark for Shades Valley. But that stops the clock with 7:28 remaining.
Barry, Michael was trying to throw that ball where only his receiver had a shot at it, and big tall Reggie stretched out as far as he could, and it was just off his fingertips.
This is a critical 3rd down for the Patriots now as they look at 3rd and 16. Shades Valley, with not much defensive room to have to worry about, can crowd it in. Let's see what happens. Watch it with us. Michael Whitten looks to pass, pressured, gets it away. Oh, almost intercepted, but just knocked down. So that will bring up 4th down, and you might think a Kevin Miller field goal. Give credit again to Shades Valley's number 82, Rashid, tipping the ball.
Barry, he either tipped that ball or hit Michael's arm just as he threw it, and we're lucky that ball got to the ground.
Looks like we may go for it. Kevin is not in the game. Michael's getting a signal from the sideline.
Barry, down 12 points late here in the 4th quarter, 7:21. The coaches decided a field goal would put it down to 9. We're still too far out, 2 more scores. They're going for it.
Valley brings a rush, pressure. Whitten airs it out. No, tipped away, incomplete. So Shades Valley will take over on downs at about the 17-yard line. Jesse Fagans was the one who got a hand on it. He's had a big game for Valley.
Well, that's one of those plays right there, Barry, where everybody in the whole place knew you had to put it in the air and you had to go all the way to the goal, and there's not a lot of plays. You can see it again. Look at all the defenders back there, but it was the only choice we had.
All right, Valley will have the ball now with 7:13 remaining. They'll have the ball at their own 17-yard line, maybe the 18-yard line. Count on Valley for conservative ball control offense now. Homewood's defense again needs to make something happen. Tackle almost in the backfield, but Rashid gets away. One defender left. Pulled out finally on the far side, but there is a flag down at the 23-yard line.
I didn't see who threw that, so I don't know who it's going to be on, but I'm going to hope it's against Shades Valley. The way they're coming back, it's got to be Shades Valley.
I believe it's a holding call. The signal from the ref on the far side was holding. Credit Eugene Sharp with that last-minute shoestring tackle. Here, the mark-off against Shades Valley, so that'll put them in the hole as well.
You're right, Barry. Holding, the head linesman on the far side spotted it. It was run to his side, and I didn't see it, but I'm sure it was a good call.
7:04 now in the football game. 27-15. Shades Valley out in front of Homewood. Across the field, the Homewood band strikes up. Hoorah for Homewood as Shades Valley looks at 1st and 15 now. Here's the give to Fagan around right in. Pursued out to about the 17-yard line.
Looked like he was tackled by Webby and Henry Walburn.
Henry Walburn playing a whale of a game. All the guys, it's tough to single out any one. All the guys playing strong defense tonight. There, some of the Homewood faithful across the field.
Barry, this is one of the top-ranked 6A schools offensively and just ranked in the state anyway, and they're a good ball team, and Homewood's playing them a good ball game so far.
Here's McDaniel with the give to Felton, who wants right in. Works his way up and has almost 1st down yardage. He may have it.
Looks like it is a 1st down, Barry, or they may measure for it.
You know, he moves to the side, Larry, on that sweep, and then he just stopped and cut back into the hole there.
I've said it before, Barry, they run the ends as well as any team I think you'll see anywhere in the state.
A 12-yard gain, give 1st down to Shades Valley. And more importantly, the clock continues to run.
Barry, as David Durr just pointed out, they keep running fresh people in and out, and they don't play both ways. And that's one of the advantages of being a 6A school. You have more depth.
All right, Valley with the ball at the 27-yard line now. 1st and 10. Here they'll give their number 33. 33 coming out of the backfield is Cooley Jenkins. Jenkins carries it out to maybe about the 34-yard line. Give him a gain of 5. Time is out on the officials. This must be the water break for the 4th period.
Barry, that's a look at a tired-looking bunch of defenders right there. They've played a good ball game. I know that Shades Valley's gained a lot of yards, and they do it on everybody, but these kids have really hit hard, caused a lot of turnovers. They've played well.
All right, we'll stop for a moment, and we'll take a break while they take a break and let you hear from another one of our sponsors. We'll be back for the finish of the fourth quarter after this.
Thinking of buying or selling a home? Wondering what a realtor can do for you? Think VIP Realty, the oldest active residential real estate company in Homewood. Since we've served the Homewood, Birmingham area for 2 decades, we have the experience to provide you with complete guidance on the sale or purchase of a home. Plus, we're quick to respond from our centrally located Homewood office. And we give all our clients the VIP treatment. So what can a realtor do for you? A lot, especially if it's VIP Realty in Homewood.
It's Piggly Wiggly food stores for quality foods, friendly service, and fair prices. You'll find a wide selection of the freshest seasonal produce brought in daily, and the finest heavy Western USDA choice beef, and of course, plump, fresh-cut chickens never frozen. And Piggly Wiggly serves hot, fresh deli foods of the finest quality served up daily. The next best thing to home cooking. And Piggly Wiggly food stores are proud of our friendly people serving your needs in Mountain Brook, Homewood. It's Piggly Wiggly, the finest food stores around.
Back to live action at Mountie Stadium. 5:39 remaining in the football game. Here's Felton with a run around right in, a big tackle
Nice.
by Paul Owen.
Oh, that was a picture-perfect tackle by Paul Owen.
So that'll bring up third down for the Mounties as they lose maybe a half a yard on the play. But the clock now becomes the factor that looms against Homewood. Shades Valley facing third down, about 4.5, maybe a long 5.
Barry, Paul Owen's one of those fellas that's gone both ways tonight and got to be tired. And here comes the fastest guy on the field around your corner, and he just nails him.
Possession down for Shades Valley. They move from their own 34. In motion is Jenkins, and he'll lead the way for Felkins. Felkins wants first down and has it and more. He just stays on his feet, finally dragged down. I do see a flag at the 40-yard line.
Barry, Kip Cowan catches the fast man from behind. You think he's given up? No way. That play's going to come back, too. Holding on Shades Valley.
Looks like another hold. Yeah, it's pretty easy to get around the sides when you grab a hold a little bit.
Yeah, that was a good tackle over there by the Shades Valley blocker. I saw the hole that time. Nice tackle. No wonder the guy broke it.
Credit Kip Cowan with a stop at any rate, but it will come back and they'll walk off against Shades Valley. Now this will replay the down if I'm correct.
That's right.
But it's they'll be deep.
3rd and 7 now.
To live action now in the fourth quarter. 4:21 remaining. A big reverse around left end. Perkins is the ball carrier, and he's free. Andrzejewski the only one who can stop him. Michael gets his shoe and drags him down. Michael had the angle on him, but not before a big play by Shades Valley.
Barry, that's the way this bunch started the game, with that reverse, that deep reverse, and it worked well then, and here late in the game they do it again, and it works well again.
Perkins is the ball carrier.
If I had to sum up the Shades Valley team with one word, they are physical, but that one word would be speed.
Speed, no question about it. Speed in Rashid, speed in Felton, speed in Perkins. And the ball handling of the senior quarterback. They're a fine team. Here is the give to Rashid, but flags fly before the play completes. Mr. Rashid, you're fast, but I don't think you want a whole lot of Henry Walburn. I'm not sure. 4:06, the clock stops. What was the penalty?
Procedure on Shades Valley. Going to be a 5-yard walk-off.
Larry, we've commented before, this Shades Valley stopover, if you will, is the middle stopover of 3 6A schools in a row for Homewood. Mountain Brook last week, Shades Valley this week, and next Friday night, or this coming Friday night at home, we'll entertain Vestavia.
As the Birmingham News said, it's the 6A Murderers Row right in the middle of our schedule there. and I think they put it very well. Shades Valley's a tough team.
No question about it, but our guys have played them tough tonight. Okay, 1st and 15 now. Here McDaniel gives to the back, who runs straight up the middle, maybe for 4 yards. It was Jenkins, Cooley Jenkins, the ball carrier.
Barry, next week we play Vestavia, and they've already played Shades Valley and lost to Shades Valley, but last week they improved so much. I watched the replay of their game, and they soundly defeated Gunnersville, and they've improved a lot, just like we have from our first game of the season, too.
Clock continues to run here at Mountie Stadium. 3:35 remaining in the football game. Homewood needs to stop them here. They've got now 2nd and about 13. We need to stop them, force a turnover, and get back in this game. The misdirection give to number 4 around right in. Oh, he's still on his feet. Andrew Jeske can run him out of bounds, and does at about the 12 or 13 yard line. That's Fagans. Boy, Fagans and Stevens, Jenkins, Rashid, and Felton. That's the game right there.
They have
Take another look.
Excellent runners. A double wing T, reverse coming around here.
Michael just cuts his legs out from under him, but not before another big gain and another first down. Now they would have to go to the 1 to get a first down. The ball on about the 11 yard line, maybe the 12, after the gain of 18. Here's the give to Jenkins, and Jenkins goes down in the backfield.
That was Eugene Sharp, I believe, just went flying through there and cut the feet right out from under him.
I don't believe Cooley Jenkins knew what hit him. He's not used to being hit in his own backfield.
We've been talking about Shades Valley speed. There's a Homewood speed right there. I think, like you said before, Eugene's the fastest man on the field. He used every bit of it there and made a great play.
Well, and as we saw earlier in the game, Shades Valley's Felton was running for a touchdown, and Martell Smith caught him. Excellent penetration there by Eugene Sharp. Here now they give flags fly on that play.
That's got to be illegal procedure on Shades Valley Mounties.
They stopped it in progress. Well, Shades Valley racking up the penalties tonight, if indeed this does go against them. Offside is the call against Shades Valley. The difference being what? That's the encroachment in the middle, in the neutral zone? Is that
they
the
must have
offside
lined
call?
up offside is what the man's calling. Illegal procedure is usually when you jump. Offside is when the guy lines up too far forward.
All right, 2:10 remaining in the game now. 2:09. The clock is running. Homewood digging in, but the ball down just shy of the 20-yard line.
Good shot of Sean Shiplett there, Paul Owen, Henry Walburn coming towards us.
Webby on the end. Here's the give to Felton. You know, there's an area that I guess it's interpretation on part of the official, Larry, but Felton starts to move at sort of an angle. He is not parallel to the line of scrimmage when he starts that motion. That may be what's giving him the illegal procedure call.
Well, that'd be backfield in motion or something. That's not illegal procedure. We got a timeout.
Timeout on the field, and this gives us an opportunity to say thank you to some folks who are really, really important to us, because without these folks, it'd be just me and Larry Wygand talking to you. Our thanks to Jack Munger on the center field camera tonight. Jack's with us here on the 50-yard line. Wes Gray and James Valenti have the other cameras. In the production truck, Dudley Hindman and Tommy King. And we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the hard work of our students from Homewood High School who work with us on the broadcast crew. They are Doug Menderhout and Chris Kemp. It's our pleasure to bring you these rebroadcasts of the Homewood Patriot football games. And Larry and I couldn't do it without the hard work of David Dura and Mike Whitten as our statisticians and spotters. And tonight, we particularly want to thank Larry Hembry for filling in on the sidelines for Danny Callies. Danny out of the lineup tonight with a little bit of illness, and we hope that he's back with us next week at home for the Vestavia game. All the guys are volunteers. They do a super job on behalf of Homewood High School, and we appreciate it. We had thought, honestly, when we came tonight that we might be sitting in a driving rainstorm. The forecast was for 85 degrees, humid, and a likelihood of thunder showers. We have not had a drop of rain tonight. And we're grateful for that. 1:38 is the time on the clock. That will be where it starts. As Shades Valley looks at what is, to my way of looking at it, about 3rd and 17 on the far side of the field. Long way to go for their first down, but they don't care much. They just send a man straight up the middle. That's Rashid. And he fights his way over the 15-yard line, but they're still coming up way short. And I see Brian Goins, their place kicker, on the sidelines. Homewood calls timeout.
The last 2 timeouts have been on Homewood. We haven't given up. Our guys want more of this, and we're trying to stop the clock so we can get the ball back and try to get another score.
Better believe it. How many timeouts have we had during this half? This is our 3rd timeout, so we don't have any more. Or do we get 4 during the half?
No, three per half.
Okay, 3 per half.
It's 4th down and about 13, I think is what David Dewar was trying to tell us. Barry, there's a good shot of the defensive coaches, and well, that looks like the offensive coaches, doesn't it? They're getting ready to go back on offense and see if they can come up with a long-range play to get us a score. These kids hadn't quit. The Birmingham News predicted that the Shades Valley would win this game. I don't think it was any secret they were favored. Our kids played a good ball game, Barry. They didn't give up. I wish we had more ball players, a little more depth, but the ones we got, they put everything they've got into this, and they've played a good ball game.
Good ball game tonight played by Sean Shiplett. We don't say that name nearly enough, as much as we should. Sean wears number 70 for the Patriots. A fine, fine player. Also, Larry, I think we'd be remiss in not pointing out the excellent play of the sophomores who are playing all the way on most of these games. Sophomores like our quarterback, Michael Whitten, and Jacob Pugh, and others who are in this game working for Homewood. Here's to give to Valley's Felton. Felton wants to come around right in. Of course, he will not make it, but he does penetrate the 10-yard line. However, Homewood will take over on downs. The clock stops now with 1:21 as they set the chains, and Homewood will hurry on so that when the clock starts, they can start the offense.
Barry, on that last play, I saw the last 2 to get off that power. 2 seniors, it looked like Michael Coggin and Henry Walburn. They're tired, but they played a really good ball game, both of them.
Homewood ready to go, and the clock starts again, and they're in formation. Michael Whitten, the sophomore quarterback, calls the signals. There's motion again on the, look like on the right side of the line. Stops the clock with 1:09. Paul Owen says, "Hey, Brian, that's okay." If you've not been out to Waldrop Stadium this year, we'd invite you to join us next week. Kickoff will be at 7:30. And as Larry said earlier, we take on the Vestavia Rebels. That's, I guess, our biggest over-the-mountain rivalry, traditionally has been.
That's always a great game.
Here's Whitten on the give to Eugene Sharp. Eugene tries the middle. Tough going up the center of that Shades Valley front. Credit there, Adrian Edwards with a tackle.
Well, no huddle offense here. They're trying to get something going, Barry.
Whitten wants to pass, drops back into his own end zone, airs one out.
A long one.
There's a flag that'll fly at about the 39-yard line.
Looked like pass interference to me.
Looked like pass interference to me, too. I guess he could have.
I believe the line judge on this side called pass interference. He was right in front of the Shades Valley bench and heard a few comments, and he turned around and told him what he thought real quick, and that was the end of it.
Yeah. That's,
oh no. It's pass interference on us.
Oh, is it?
That's what he said. I saw our receiver run up the back of the other guy, but he was going for the ball. That's a little hard to believe there. That's why I'm sitting up here and the guys in the striped shirts are down there, huh?
I guess that's right. And cut them some slack, Larry. They only got a 12-point lead with 35 seconds to go.
That's a loss of down on that one.
All right, that'll bring up third then. It looks to be about, what, 17 maybe. Line of scrimmage just over the 1-yard line. Homewood's in dangerous territory here. Michael Whitten wants to pass in his own end zone and batted into the hands of Scott Hazelden.
Oh, fumble.
Hazelden finds his way up to the 15-yard line. It will not be enough for the first down, and the clock continues to run with 20 seconds now remaining in the football game.
Barry, that ball came out and came right back to Scott. Look like Scott's limping now.
Whitten rolls right, looks to throw, long throw, complete.
That's a good-looking pass.
They stop the clock with 2 seconds remaining because of the first down. They'll have a chance for one more play. Once the chain's set, the clock will start again.
Yeah, it's going to start. I doubt if we'll get it off.
We may not get one.
As soon as they said it, I doubt if we'll get it off.
Only 2 seconds remaining in this one from Mountie Stadium. Clock starts with 0, and they don't get it underway. Well, a valiant effort on the part of our Homewood Patriots, but they come away a loser this time, 27-15. However, in my humble opinion, the only definition of loser is that they had fewer points on the scoreboard. Larry, they played a tough game tonight. They really did.
A good quality Shades Valley ball team that may wind up being the top-ranked team in the state here before the year's over. But a good ball game both ways.
And congratulations to Coach Gerald Gann, who goes out and congratulates his friend, Coach Robert Higginbotham from Shades Valley. We hope to see you next Friday night, or this coming Friday night, at Waldrop Stadium. We'll remind you that kickoff